Well, what can I do if I'm not impressed with all of these actions, these supporters? I just go through it like a beast. It doesn't connect me to Enod Milvado.
It's not important whether you are impressed by your actions or not, but rather what's important is that at that specific time, you somewhat try to aim yourself towards that. Even to be in thought without any proof, any results, as you think that everything stems and comes from the Creator. There's none else besides Him. Like to differentiate with people in the street. Everyone says, oh, thank God, if God willing. You've heard such statements. So you also say that. God willing, if the Creator would will so, and all those traditions we have in Judaism in a folk manner, and also the rest of the religions. It's the same thing. The Creator, through all the rest of the religions, which is also, of course, there's none else besides Him in these things, defines by that the closening towards Him in all kinds of manners. And even if He's not impressed, nevertheless, like I spoke today, we try not just to know that there is such a concept. For us, in the wisdom of Kabbalah, this must be the essence of every given moment in life. And we've already come to a state in which we must do that. This is why we have to decide this with force upon all kinds of actions, exercises, deeds, that I am more and more immersed and there's none else besides Him. And then we will see what it means there's none else besides Him. I'm looking for Him as a feeling. I'm looking for Him as my understanding. I am looking from this for confidence, joy, strength that I can use. What do I actually want from this concept? There's none else besides Him. Altogether, it's a given thing. So there's air. Well, so we have to be connected to it. What's next? But after me approaching the decision that there's none else besides Him, I must do some kind of actions. The actions in determining that there's none else besides Him is in the group. When I come to connection between us in the 10, and there's none else besides Him to the first degree of ours in the connection between us, then we determine that we will reach the nefesh and the neshama of the soul. That's it already. And then ruach, the whole Naran Chai, and thus in all the 125 degrees. It's already not a great thing. It's before us. The main thing is to enter. Like Baal HaSulam says, that first entrance into that first degree is the main thing. So that's why, by us determining there's none else besides Him in the 10, and then the will to receive, which grows between us until we reach a state of wanting to kill one another, and we overcome that to the great attainments of there's none else besides Him, as we will see the Creator dwelling in the whole integral Kli and connecting everyone, filling everyone with His unification, and we delight in the glamour of divinity. This is considered that we are disconnected from one another. We're also connected to one another, and the connection we do is not adhering us in return to not having a difference between us. There actually is a difference between us, and it's greater and greater in all the 125 degrees. The will to receive grows between us, and the gap between us grows. The system becomes broader and broader, and we, upon that, above that, connect the connection of love between us to Him. As there's none else besides Him, and in there's none else besides Him, we already attribute our feeling and mind to all, not the crimes and not all the problems and the threats and everything that it brings to us. We attribute it with love, that love will cover all transgressions. That's how we advance. Meaning our advancement in this concept is already in the 10.